Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message. And this message came about after I've had a few readings today. The theme for today seemed to be people concerning themselves with the fact that if they haven't been in physical contact with their beloved, that they fear it's a case of out of sight, out of mind, and this person is going to forget about them and move on. Now, this concept is very fear-based. There's nothing positive and loving to yourself or to your beloved when you speak these words out of sight, out of mind. And if you are in this type of connection, then that's not the case at all. And it's just a requirement for you to not carry this old belief into this connection that you have now. Because, yes, this may have been the case in the majority of relationships that you've had before, but in order for you to receive what it is that you are wanting, you cannot apply this notion to this connection. Because the more you dwell on negative concepts and fear-based thinking, the more likely you're going to experience that in your reality, because that's what you're projecting out. I mentioned in some videos ago that it's very important to be their greatest supporter, to let them energetically know. If you can't tell them physically, most of you may not be able to do that yet, is to tell them energetically that you believe in them, that you expect the very best from them, that you know that they have that capacity and that they are so able to do that. You believe in them 100%, and so they will believe in themselves more because you do, and you send out that energy and feeling. But through statements of saying things like out of sight, out of mind, you're basically doing the opposite. Oh, I don't believe in you. I don't believe that you can do it because you're going to forget about me. Now, that's a very lacking and a very fearful statement, and there's no benefit for either of you if you keep, regurgitating that old statement. It's not true. I mean, if you want it to be the case, then go ahead and keep saying that. But you know now, I'm sure you do, after watching at least a couple of my most recent videos, that you're in the driver's seat. You've got your hand on the wheel, and you can make the decision whether you go down the road of fear and lack, or you go down the road of determination, optimism, and success. Because a lot of the work done in a twin flame connection is done energetically. And I know it can be a hard thing to grasp for many people. I have started working with many new clients, for which I am so happy and grateful. And it's very, it's a pattern that I recognize, that people are needing to understand the concept of this energetic work. Because this world is very action-driven. It's a thing. It's not, something we can get away from. I can't expect to get my degree if I don't do the work. I can't expect to get paid if I don't turn up to work and do my job. I can't expect to get views if I don't make YouTube videos, and so on and so forth. So we are very action-driven. It's just a fact of this world that we're in. So to come into this journey and be expected to be very energy based and doing a lot of work on a spiritual level, I can totally understand how crazy of a concept that is initially. But after having spent some time doing the energetic work, I can tell you that that is the most effective way of obtaining your desires without feeling the need to control the other person or the situation. And this is where the majority of your standard quote unquote normal relationships go wrong, is because people feel the need to control each other. I'm sorry, but if you have the energy of being a control freak, then you're going to have to leave that at the door. And I've had to learn that myself too. I'll hold my hands up and I'll admit, yep, that was me. I have made the mistake too. It's not something that I was too good for. I mean, I felt the need that if I didn't keep in touch in the beginning, that would cause us to drift apart and therefore out of sight, out of mind. But after getting radio silence for a whole year, but never giving up hope and never stopping doing the energetic work on myself and on our connection, and getting communication again out of the blue when there was no possible way of me making contact, I know that out of sight, out of mind does not apply to this journey, and that we have to believe so that we can see. I've mentioned this in a previous video I've uploaded today as well. Is you have to close your eyes to the physical circumstances if your outcome is different from that of that which you are experiencing right now. And go within and do the energetic work. The key is to feel. The key is to use your heart to feel. Feel the situation that you want to be in. So if you want to feel that you're in contact and have amazing communication, feel the satisfaction within your heart of a good conversation with each other. Feel how satisfied you are after having an amazing chat, after establishing contact again, after knowing that you can freely talk with each other no matter what. That feeling in your heart is constant. And this will be a case of relearning, or learning a new behavior, because you're so used to relationships breaking down when communication breaks down. You're gonna have to reprogram your way of reacting and being in this connection. And you are going to have to really feel with your heart rather than seeing with your eyes the circumstances that you want to be in. It is vital that you relearn or learn this new behavior in order to be able to experience that change and shift within your connection. And for some people, it takes longer than others. Others are really quick with it. I feel the earlier you are in your connection, the less tarnished your thoughts are with preconceived notions and concept about the whole twin flame journey that sadly a lot of people seem to be regurgitating on these channels. The easier it's going to be for you, because you're not going to have this expectation of this should take X amount of time and I should have to go through this kind of thing first. And the more that you can approach this with a fresh perspective, with a blank slate, without preconceived beliefs and expectations, the easier it's going to be for you to apply this notion, and just things are going to start falling into place a lot faster. And that's what I want to do with my channel and with the services that I offer. I want to give you a smooth pathway, not take you around the houses to obtain what it is that you're wanting. And sadly, I feel a lot of people offer programs out of fear of, oh, you have to go on this 12-week course to obtain your desires. That's a bit fear-based. I mean, making sure that you get, paid for X amount of weeks and that they don't leave you. And if I could get people into the place that they want to be in one session, I would do it. That's what I'm aiming for. I don't want to spend weeks and months and years coaching, counseling, and going over, rehashing the same stuff with you over and over and over. I want to get you in and out as quickly as I can. That is my goal. That is what I want to do. I don't feel there's a need to keep you for X amount of time. So I hope that this message has encouraged you and makes sense to you, that you can reprogram your beliefs about relationships, and that your standard observations and baggage that you may have carried from previous relationships do not count in this connection. Out of sight, out of mind is actually not a thing in the twin flame connection. And the easier it is for you to accept that, the quicker that you'll be on your path to success, whatever that looks like for you personally. So I hope that this message has helped you. And if you'd like to connect with me, then all my details are in the link. And thank you all so very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.